Hey, it's AD here, and I want to give you our exclusive new mixtape, which is not available anywhere else yet, completely for free. It features some of the hottest up-and-coming talent and many well-known MCs in the game, so it's well worth your listen. I thoroughly recommend you download it. But before we get into that, let me just quickly chat about a few things. I tend to get asked the same questions over and over again by people, like how did you get started? How did you grow Anno Domini into what it is today? Where did your name come from even? So I thought I'd just give you a little bit of background on my personal story basically. So I started making music when I was about 18, 19 years old. I was at a college at the time actually. And you know, like most students, I was bored, I was unmotivated, I hated my course. And I was broke. So one afternoon I was just bored sitting in my bedroom and I downloaded this completely free music software. I think it was called Magic's Music Maker, something really rubbish like that anyway. And I just started playing around with that, and I immediately just fell in love with the whole process. Just you know, being creative and throwing some ideas. And of course at the time I was making absolutely terrible beats, I'm not gonna lie. I had no clue about anything music related, like BPM, beat structures or keys or anything like that. You know, I'd always been a massive hip-hop fan throughout my youth. So I probably listened to hip-hop since I was about 6 or 7 years old. Since, you know, like the late 80s, I guess. Especially like through like the early 90s, you know, like Wu-Tang Clan, Gangstar, all that stuff, Mobb Deep. And I never really thought about the beat side of things. You know, the one thing that I loved about hip-hop, subconsciously, was always the beat. I loved just nodding my head along to, you know, the tracks that I played at the time. But I never really thought about the process of the beat, how it was created, you know? To me, the heroes were the MCs, I guess, and I paid no attention to the producers. So downloading that free software and playing around kind of opened my eyes to the whole behind the scenes of rap tracks and rap music. And you know, I fell in love with it immediately. I started posting my tracks online just to get some like feedback, you know. I was just curious what people thought, and I started improving. And before I knew it, people were asking me, where can I buy your music? Can you be my producer? And to me this was like completely crazy. I never once thought that I'd start making beats for profit. For me it was just me having fun basically. But you know, something clicked and this little like seed just started growing inside my mind. This like idea manifested that you know, I could be a producer, I could make music as a living. You know, before I knew it, I was helping to pioneer this whole like online beat selling thing. This was back in like 2003 or something. It was me and a couple other like really big online producers at the time. Just, you know, basically setting the ground rules for everyone to come. You know, things like beat leasing, nobody had ever even heard of at those times. So we introduced those terms, and now that's pretty much like the industry norm, and it's a multi-million-dollar industry. It's crazy to think how far it's come. It actually makes me feel kind of nostalgic thinking about it now. It's just crazy. But from there, I mean, things just kind of developed, and you know, the business started growing and booming. People loved my beats and everything started spreading by word of mouth. And before I knew it, I had a proper business. And I was funding myself at the time completely from the beat sales, like through college. It was paying for my rent, it was paying for my food. So I was extremely fortunate. And you know, as soon as they were old enough, my brother and sister, I managed to help them to get through college as well. So I feel super grateful to music for giving me that. And I have to say, you know, throughout my times, like music has definitely helped me through some dark patches. You know, times when I didn't even have money for food, times when I might have felt alone, times when, you know, I had family problems or health problems. For example, I had a sports injury for literally like 2 years, I think. I busted my knee, and I had to have 3 operations pretty much like back to back. And, you know, there were times when for a whole month at a time, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go out, I couldn't walk around. I couldn't go about my day-to-day life. So the one thing that really got me through all of that was the thought that I could wake up every day, as long as I could sit upright, as long as I could play the piano and move my hands, I could make some beats. Looking back on it now, it was almost therapeutic, you know, the music just gives you so much. I don't know what I'd do without music. So another thing I keep getting asked over and over again is, where does the name Anno Domini come from? And I wish there was some like really cool explanation about the whole thing, but to be honest with you, my friends call me AD, which is short for Adrian, and AD stands for Anno Domini in Latin. You know, sometimes you'll see like historic numbers like in the year 1600 AD. So I thought Anno Domini Beats, why not? It sounds cool. It sounds kind of mystic, kind of ethereal, kind of timeless, I guess. And it just stuck, you know, people like it, even though nobody can pronounce it. So if I can give you just one piece of advice, it will be to do whatever you're doing, or whatever you're planning to do, for the love and the passion first and foremost. And everything else is just going to fall into place, you'll see. Once you've found your true calling, just make sure that you build your dreams, because otherwise someone else is going to hire you to build theirs. If you have any more questions for me about music or anything at all, just drop me a comment below this video. Now, as you know, we love supporting the independent artist community and giving something back to the people who have had our back through the years, making Anno Domini Beats what it is today. So this year we just launched our new free promotional mixtape called Anno Domini Nation Vol.1, featuring some awesome MCs like Ill Bill, Crooked Eye of Slaughterhouse, Celph-Titled, Bizarre from D12, DJ Waxwork from the Snowgoons. It's got Doobie on there, Cryptic Wisdom, Reverse, Abyss, a bunch of awesome MCs. So this is completely promotional, just showcasing up-and-coming rap talent alongside some industry veterans, all produced by us, and it's completely free for you to download. Check that out. Just click the link underneath this video. Watch this space for a couple more videos coming this week, all about the big launch that's happening on Friday, the Anno Domini Black Friday launch. It's going to be absolutely huge, so don't miss out. That's all from me, AD. I'll see you next time.